What's up, everybody? CP and SJ from Every Day We're Covering. It's March Madness time, and here's what we're looking at for our picks here in the Big Dance. We're going to start off in the East. SJ, what do you got going on there?
All right, I'm going to take UConn, Northwestern, San Diego State, Auburn. I got Duquesne with the upset, Illinois, Washington State, and Iowa State in the first round.
All right, my first round there, I'm going UConn. I've got FAU, kind of carrying some of their mojo from last year. UAB, I'm taking them for the upset. I'm going Auburn, BYU, Illinois, Drake, and Iowa State. Then when we get to that Sweet 16, what do you got there?
I got UConn over Northwestern, Auburn making it to the Sweet 16, Illinois, and Iowa State. That's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah, I've got UConn as well advancing along with Auburn. I'm taking a mild upset with I'm going to have BYU knock off Illinois just for some strange reason because I wanted to make something weird happen there. And then Iowa State as well in that one. And then moving on to who's going to get to that regional final.
I got UConn against Illinois, but damn, it was hard to pick that freaking game. And part of it is just being a Big Ten fan. It was hard. I just saw that tournament, but that's a real coin flip, that Illinois Iowa State game.
Yeah, I'm going UConn, and I'm going to give Iowa State the crack there and a little bit of my bias to get to the Elite Eight and get that done. And then I think we're both on the same page with the UConn Huskies getting out of there to the Final Four, right?
Yeah, you just can't pick against them. I mean, at least on paper, it's hard to do right now.
Moving on to the West, first round matchups, winners. I'm going to go North Carolina, Michigan State, St. Mary's, Bama, New Mexico, Baylor, Nevada, and Arizona. What do you got?
We're thinking exactly alike. I'm going to run through them, but I think we hit right on the head. I got North Carolina, Michigan State, St. Mary's, Alabama, New Mexico, Baylor, Nevada, and Arizona.
Yep, exactly the same. From there on, I'm taking North Carolina to win. They'll take on Alabama. I've got Baylor getting by New Mexico and Arizona.
A little bit of a switch up here. I have North Carolina versus St. Mary's, and I also have New Mexico as a little bit of a Cinderella there in the Sweet 16 against Arizona.
All right, and then I've got North Carolina, Arizona meeting up then in the Elite Eight.
Same here, and then I have Arizona taking them down.
Yep, and I've got Arizona in the Final Four as well. Moving on to the South, what's your first round look like there?
All right, I've got Houston. Oh boy, this makes me scared, but I'm picking Nebraska, Wisconsin, Duke, NC State, Kentucky, Florida, and Marquette.
I'm going to go with Houston as well. I am going to be a little bit of a hater, I guess. I'm going Texas A&M. They seem to be on a little hot run here at the end of the season, but that's going to be a fun game. I really like that one. James Madison, I'm taking them for the upset over Wisconsin, and then Duke, Tech, Kentucky, Florida, and Marquette.
All right, my Sweet 16 is Houston facing off against Duke, and then I've got Kentucky and Marquette on the other half.
I'm almost right there with you. I'm only going to take a little bit of a flyer on James Madison to get to the Sweet 16. So I've got Houston, James Madison, Kentucky, Marquette.
All right, regional final will be Houston versus Kentucky, at least on my bracket. I hope that plays out.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I've got Houston against Kentucky as well, and I'm taking Kentucky to get the win to get to the Final Four. Are you with me on that?
Yep, I'm all with you there. Hopefully they play a little better than they did in the conference tournament. Let's hope.
And then we move on to the Midwest. We've got first round games. I'm going to go with Purdue to win, and they'll take on TCU. I've got McNeese State with the upset over Gonzaga. I'm going to go with Kansas, and then Oregon, I'm taking them to upset South Carolina. I'll take Creighton. I think Colorado State gets out of the opening round and then beats Texas, and then I've got Tennessee as well.
Yeah, I like that Colorado State pick. I just wasn't I didn't pull the trigger on that one, but I do have Purdue, Utah State. I think Gonzaga holds them off, but barely. I got Stanford is my big upset in this region to take out Kansas in the first round. South Carolina over Oregon. Regretfully, I picked Creighton, Texas, and Tennessee there to round out my first round picks in the Midwest.
Next round, I'm going with Purdue to get to the Sweet 16. I've got McNeese State making a nice little run to get to the Sweet 16 as well. And then I'm taking Oregon to knock off Creighton in that old Dana Altman rematch. And then I'm taking Tennessee.
All right, I have Purdue, Gonzaga. I've got South Carolina taking down Creighton, and then Tennessee living up to their name, or at least what we thought they were going to be there to make it to the Sweet 16.
And I've got a 1-2 matchup in the regional final. I'm taking Purdue against Tennessee.
Yeah, same here, and I'll take Purdue to like same thing with Tennessee. Live up to that number one seed that you've had here a couple years in a row.
And I'm going to take Tennessee to win that game. That will be a good one, I think. So that sets up our final four. I'm going to go with UConn to take down Arizona. And on the other side, I'm going Kentucky to beat Tennessee. How about yourself?
I've got Purdue and against UConn there in that final, which should be that'd be quite the matchup if that plays out.
That would be a good one. I'm going to go UConn to repeat. No, it's hard to do. Probably will be wrong, but I'm taking the Huskies.
Yeah, this is hard to do at the same time with the repeat, and also just hard to pick Purdue to actually not piss a game away. But hopefully they at least on my bracket, so I can have a few bragging rights play out. But I'm sure it's going to be totally different than what we think. That's kind of the magic of it and why we love it.
A lot of fun. It's called March Madness for a reason, and we'll have some madness along the way. We hope you keep following us along. Follow us on our socials at SJM Bets, at Cherokee CP on Twitter, and be sure to listen to the pod, all the platforms, every day we're covering with CP and SJ. We'll see you next time for some more covers.